It is a multiple million-eyed monster. It is hidden in all its elephants and cells. It hummeth in the electric typewriter. It is electricity connected to itself. If it hath wires, it is a vast spider web, and I am on the last millionth infinite tentacle of that spider web. A warrior lost, separated, a worm, a thought, a self, one of the millions of skeletons of China, one of the particular mistakes. I, Allen Ginsbrrg, a separate consciousness. I who want to be God. I who want to hear the infinite, minutest vibration of eternal harmony. I who wait trembling my destruction by the ethereal music in the fire. I who hate God and give him a name. I who make mistakes on the eternal typewriter. I who am doomed. But at the far end of the universe, the million-eyed spider that hath no name spinneth of itself endlessly. The monster that has no monster approaches with apples, perfume, railroads, television, skulls, a universe that eats and drinks itself, blood from my skull, Tibetan creature with hairy breast and zodiac, on my stomach the sacrificial victim unable to have a good time. My face in the mirror, thin hair, blood congested in streaks down beneath my eyes, cocksucker, a decay, a talking lust, a snape, a snarl, a tick of consciousness, an infinity, a creep in the eyes of all universes trying to escape my being, unable to pass on to the eye. I vomit. I'm in a trance. My body is seized in convulsion. My stomach crawls, water from my mouth. I am here in inferno, dry bones and myriad lifeless mummies naked on the web. The ghosts. I am a ghost. I cry out where I am in the music, to the room, to whomever near you. Are you God? No. Do you want me to be God? Is there no answer? Must there always be an answer, you reply, and were it up to me to say yes or no? Thank God I am not God. Thank God I am not God. But that I long for a yes of harmony to penetrate to every corner of the universe, under every condition whatsoever. A yes there is, a yes I am, a yes you are, a we, and that mustn't be an it, and that must be an it, and a they, and a thing with no answer. It creepeth, it waiteth, it is still, it is begun, it is the horns of battle, it is multiple sclerosis. It is not my hope, it is not my death at eternity, it is not my word, not poetry, beware my word. It is a ghost trap woven by priests in Sikkim or Tibet, a crossframe on which 1,000 threads of different color are strung, a spiritual tennis racket in which I look. I see ethereal light waves radiate bright energy passing round on threads as for billions of years the threads bands magically changing hues, one transformed to another, as if the ghost trap were an image of the universe and a miniature consciousness, sentient part of the interrelated machine, making waves outward in time to the beholder, displaying its own image in miniature once for all, repeated minutely downward with endless variations throughout all of itself, it being all the same in every part. This image or energy which reproduces itself at depths of space from the very beginning, in what might be an O or an ohm, and trailing variations made of the same word, circles round itself in the same pattern as an original appearance, creating a larger image of itself throughout depths of time, outward cycling through bands of far-off nebulae and vast astrologies contained, to be true to itself, in a mandala painted on an elephant's hide, or in a photograph of a painting on the side of an imaginary elephant, which smiles. Though how the elephant looks is an irrelevant joke. It might be a sign held by a flaming demon, or an ogre of transience, or in a photograph of my own belly in the void, or in my eye, or in the eye of the monk who made the sign, or its own eye that stares on itself at last and dies. And though an eye can die, and though my eye can die, the billion-eyed monster, the nameless, the answerless, the hidden form from me, the endless being, one creature that gives birth to itself, thrills in its minutest particular, sees out of all eyes differently at once. One, and not one moves on its own waves. I cannot follow. And I have made an image of the monster here, and I will make another. It feels like cryptozoids. It creeps and undulates beneath the sea. It is coming to take over the city. It invades beneath every consciousness. It is delicate as the universe. It makes me vomit because I am afraid I will miss its appearance. It appears anyway. It appears anyway in the mirror. It washes out the mirror like the sea. It is a myriad of undulations. It washes out the mirror and drowns the beholder. It drowns the world. When it drowns the world, it drowns itself. It floats outward like a corpse filled with music, the noise of war in its head, a babe laugh in its belly, a scream of agony in the dark sea, a smile on the lips of a blind statue. It was there. It was not mine. I wanted to use it for myself, to be heroic, but it is not for sale to the consciousness. It goes its own way forever. It will complete all creatures. It will be the radio of the future. It will hear itself in time. It wants a rest. It is tired of hearing and seeing itself. It wants another form, another victim. It wants me. It gives me good reason. It gives me reason to exist. It gives me endless answers. A consciousness to be separate and a consciousness to see. I am beckoned to be one or the other. To say I am both and be neither can take care of itself without me. It is both answerless. It answers not to the name. It hummeth on the electric typewriter. It takes fragmentary word, which is a fragmentary word. Mandala. Gods dance on their own bodies. Not new flowers open, forgetting death. Celestial eyes beyond the heartbreak of illusion. I see the gay creator. Bands rise up to anthem in the worlds. Flags and banners waving in transcendence. One image in the end remains, myriad-eyed in eternity. This is work. This is knowledge. This is the end of man.